Hey, what's up? It's your boy Big G, the corruption officer, coming at you with yet another video. Before I get started, hit that bell, like, subscribe to this channel so you can be notified every time I put a video up. I got 100 of them. So today, I'm addressing the youth, today's youth, male and female. I just got a message for them. This is my letter to them. Do not let jail define you, right? You're a young man, young woman. You can always bounce back and get back on your feet when you come out of jail. There's a lot of jobs. There's a lot of opportunities out here for people who come out with felonies. I'm the first one to tell you. They told me when I went to jail, number one, I lost a city job. The myth, oh, you're never going to get another city job. Boom. Got another city job right now, about to retire, get a pension. That's number one. Number two, you can't stand jury duty. I went to jury duty. They got this process of elimination with jury duty where you stand up and say why you can't be a juror on this case or whatever the case may be. I, just along with everybody else, be trying to get out of, going to jury duty. So I stood up. I told them, I got a book. I have my book with me. Got a book named Corruption Officer. I was a corrupt CEO, blah, 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 this, that. I went to jail, blah, 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 for all the things I did on Rikers Island. And that didn't get me out of jury duty. Matter of fact, I was the first one picked, and I sat there on that trial for like 2 months. So that's another myth. You can go to jury duty. Number three, you can vote. You're not on parole, you can vote. All right? So don't let nobody tell you you got a felony that you can't vote. All right? So those three myths I want to dispel right off the bat. But what I mean by it's not a rite of passage, I've seen a lot of youth go to jail with the wrong mindset and they thinking street. I go to jail, I do this bid. When I come out, I'm going to get mad street cred. I know, just like everybody else know, street cred don't go but so far in life because where you are right now, it's not where you're going to be 10 years from now. Hopefully, if you got a plan and you get yourself together, you go to jail and you're in this mindset that you got to prove yourself, that you have to survive something. Yes, you do have to survive. I'm not going to say and tell you you don't have to survive. You got yourself in this jam. You got to learn quick on how to maneuver, on how to make it inside jail. Because there's some people in there that's never coming home that don't have the same morals and values of a civilian person that's not in jail, or even of a person that's going home. So you have to deal with that depending on what crime you may have committed. But what I mean by it's not a badge of honor or a rite of passage is because when you go to jail, you get that felony, you got strikes against you. When you come home, you got an uphill battle, but it can be beat. What I mean by that is I've seen youth go in there trying to survive, right? Join gangs or even being forced to join gangs, right? We all know the culture. We've seen the movies. We've seen people come out. You all hear the stories. This is what I'm saying by it's not a rite of passage, right? You think that you get respect for going in there, cutting, stabbing, knocking people down, fighting, known as a good fighter, this and that. Listen, I know a lot of good fighters that can't get no jobs. I know a lot of people who didn't snitch, and I'm not advocating snitching, but I'm saying I know a lot of people who got street cred that's still on the street, can't feed themselves, can't feed their family because of street cred. Yeah, I'm going to say that. You know what I'm saying? There's people with street cred that still got 9-to-5 jobs that snapped out of it early. You know what I'm saying? And now they productive citizens and they doing what they got to do for their family. And a lot of them moved away from the neighborhood in which they were trying to hold down. When they go to jail, I'm from such and such. I'm from Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Bed-Stuy, blah, blah, blah. All that means nothing when you individually get out and have to make it in society. So I've seen young men come to jail skid bid. Skid bid means a short bid. 2 years, 3 years, 18 months. Get involved with gangs. Commit crimes, stab people, this and that. Now you got 10.5 to 15. Now you got 10.5 to 15. And this is what I want to say. Well, one thing I'm really going to say is I don't have no say so about gangs. I don't know no gangs. I'm not in the gang. I'm not repping no gang. I don't know anything. I'm not disrespecting. Number one, no gang. But this is what I'm trying to say to any youth, right? Don't affiliate yourself with no organization, group of people, homie, friend, or whatever, that's not going to hold you down when you go to jail. And this is what I mean by hold you down. I don't care if you got your man, murder, killer, homo, whoever, whatever, in the street that you ride with, that you do dirt with. You know what I'm saying? Those your mans in them. In the street, they bust their gun for you, all that. But when it comes to you going to jail, holding you down is not them going to get the op that got you locked up. That's not holding you down, bro. Because once they get the op, they got the mans in them that you had to shoot out with, that you got knocked for and all kind of stuff. You murdered them, all that. They got them. You still got to do that time, bro. And guess what? I don't care if they sending you packages, putting money on your commissary, coming to visit you. You're still locked up in there, bro. For what? I'm not even going to get in or they screwing your girl. Now they talking to your girl. I've been sitting there as a CO and I hear a guy on the phone threatening this girl. He just got sentenced to 10 to 20. He threatening this girl. You better not have no Negroes around my son. What you going to do? What you going to do when somebody else is raising your son? You got 10 to 20. By the time, depending on how old your child is, when you go in, he's really not going to even know you because them visits, you know, he could come, she'll bring him home on the visits and stuff. If you still got that rapport with her, she'll bring him on the visits. But by the time you get out, you really got to get to learn and know your kid, male or female. So you threatening her not to have nobody around her son. But what can you do for her in there? Can you protect her? Can you raise your child? If somebody go upside her head, rob her, this and that, where are you at? You got to call somebody. You got to call op murdering them to take care of your family. And if that organization, gang, people you hang with, group of people ain't holding you down, doing something for your kid in your absence, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to reconsider your actions while you out in the street. I get it. Nobody going to know if your man going to hold you down when you're going to, unless something happened. We all thick as thieves while we out here doing this dirt. I got your back. But when it comes to supporting somebody while they're in jail, my man, deep inside, that man going to have to come out. Your boy still love you. He ain't messing with your girl and all that stuff, but motherfuckers ain't running up to see people all the time. Excuse my language. Running up to see you all the time. People ain't got it to be putting money on your books all the time. They don't. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you it's not a rite of passage, you just let that 18 months little skid bit turn to 10 to 15. And you doing it for people and gang members you met in there. I mean, I'm just going to say you got high-ranking gang members. You got people that's soldiers. They give you an order. You joined the gang for protection or however you did it. And now you carry that out. The judge is not going to have sympathy and say, well, you know, I know that you had to join that gang for protection and you really not like that. But you did go up there and shank that dude. You did go and assault him. So that tells me that you don't care even about being in the setting of being in jail. So you're not even going by the rules of jail, of not assaulting, being a model inmate. You know, just doing your time and getting up out of there. I'm just speaking facts that I see the face on these youths when they come back from court and they got them football numbers. 12.5 to 24, all that hut. Yeah. And they got them football numbers. It ain't funny now. It ain't funny now. You could get on that jack all you want to and talk to your man, and your man could give you all kind of words of encouragement. Yo, we got you, son. Yo, respect what you doing. Yo, you ain't snitching. You keeping your mouth shut. Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something about snitching. You get mad at me or whatever you want to say. I guarantee you, not all, but some. Some of these cats up there that's locked up doing these these bids, 25 to life and 15, 20, if they can tell on somebody to get up out of there, you think about it. You think about it. Even the most thoroughest cat that's comfortable up there. When I say comfortable, I'm going to tell you what comfortable. If he want, he got a CO bringing him liquor. He may even have a CO in there every now and then, give him some, sex or whatever the case may be. He got all the clothes, all this and that. He got mad stuff on his comment. You go in there, he got chips and Kool-Aid and soda all over the place. He don't want for nothing as far as jail is concerned. I guarantee you, if somebody said, we could sneak you out the back, nobody going to know, tell us what really happened, and we'll let you go home right now. What you think they'll do? Now, I've seen thorough cats that take that ride. I've seen thorough cats that didn't have nothing to do with it, just was there at the wrong place, wrong time, know who did it, and didn't snitch. Young man, very young man, hardcore, die hard to his gang affiliation. Wasn't talking, wasn't saying nothing, spit at the lawyer, forget the DA, the judge, all that for his gang and his tattoos. Got to respect that, right? But at the same time, you can only knock out with so many people. There's a lot of knockout artists up there. You can knock out 30 dudes. There's 30,000 in line waiting for you. Even if you never lose, it get tiring knocking people on their back, fighting and defending yourself all the time. And now you got to do it for 10.5 to 15 when you had 18-month bid. And you did it for, I guess, somebody who told you you were this gang and they're that gang. And you don't even know these cats that gave you the order to put that hit on them. But you're obligated. You're obligated, and you did, and now you got to go on that ride. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in this jail and you put the hit and you did the action, or you did whatever you did in this jail, you're gonna be shipped to another jail where you might not even see these cats that gave you the order to go do something. I'm just keeping it a buck, because jail is an individual thing. It's not a group thing. Any given Sunday, they'll pack you up, and you'll never see that. Yeah, you could claim whatever set for whatever. They'll pack you up and you'll be going up north somewhere. You'll never see them cats again. But the time you got is for your actions right there in that jail. Now you're doing some real time when you could have been, and that time, that 18 months will go like that, so you could be sitting there kicking yourself. You know what I'm saying? Today's youth, I had a young man. He didn't do the crime in the street, but he gave the order for somebody else to do the crime. You know what I'm saying? And when he did that, everybody got caught. Guess what happened? When them numbers start coming down, bro, y'all start looking at each other. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is, I don't care if all y'all was in the car. I don't care if all y'all ran down and this and that. Only one of y'all pulled the trigger. All y'all together. But when it comes to sentencing, oh, we're going to give them 2 to 4, but you're getting 10 to 20. And you sitting there like, he the one that did whatever, but you keeping your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? This young man, when I was locked up, he'll be banging on the table. Got his legal pad, legal book, writing his rhymes down, killing it. It's nice. Everybody, entertaining everybody, banging on the table. Yo, everybody vibing with him, right? He got 50 to life, and he didn't even pull the trigger. And I don't think, when I say the youth don't understand, he said, oh, I ain't worried about that. I can come back down on appeal. Appeal takes sometimes 10 years. 10 minutes in jail is too much. You sitting there, I don't know, jailhouse lawyer, somebody don't tell you, yo, son, we got your lawyer, we going to get an appeal. They not letting you bail out until your appeal come. Think about it. If you had money to get a lawyer like one of them high top-notch lawyers that could get you out on bail until your appeal come. If you had that kind of money laying around, then you could have been doing something real productive that didn't get you in that situation from the get-go. Think about it. You think that appeal will come like that? By the time that appeal comes, you're gonna be jailing for real. For real. And do the numbers. If you out here running around reckless, doing craziness and foolishness and stuff like that, stop. I know you're not, but stop and think. If I get caught, right? Do I have that bail money? Do my mans and them have that bail? Are we making enough money to bail each other out? To get that lawyer? To fight these charges from all the stuff that we doing? Or is 10 or 20 of us standing on the same corner, selling the same weed, or selling the same crack, or coke, or whatever you selling, all of us, and we making $80 or $90 a day, probably, on a good day. How you stacking? With 30 people on the same block selling the same thing. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? But you're not thinking about if I get caught. Do I got bail money? Do I got that lawyer on retainer? If you ain't getting it like that, it ain't worth it. Now, don't get me wrong. Any place, anytime, anything can happen, and you end up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. What I'm trying to say about the youth being misled, misguided is, I had another individual who kept his mouth shut, didn't tell. Now, I'm not sitting up here telling people to go in jail and start snitching. I'm not telling you that. I'm trying to advocate, don't put yourself in the position where you're going to go to jail anyway. It can happen to anybody for anything at any time. You can walk down the street, get in a fight, get disrespected, blah, blah, blah. You're locked up in jail. It happens. But if you know you out there doing dirt and stuff like that, look to your left, look to your right. People get way different when you behind bars and they feel helpless to be able to do something to get you out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all your mans and them going to turn their back on you, but sometimes if y'all out there fighting and struggling together, selling crack, selling drugs, robbing, stealing credit card, whatever you doing together, what kind of position he in to help you if you get knocked? What I'm trying to say is don't do nothing that's going to get you to go to jail. I know it sounds corny as hell. I know that sounds corny, that's whack, but I'm trying to tell you, when you go inside behind that wall, it's a different animal, and your people outside react to you being locked up differently. Not that they lost love for you, but if we all in the same cesspool, we all out here struggling, bro, what can I really do for you while you locked up? I could do little odds and ends. If I'm the type that got a 9-to-5 job to go buy your baby moms, your Pampers, this, that, help out, give a couple of dollars, this, that, hold you down. I've seen people like that. I've seen people hold their mans down like that. What I'm trying to say is don't put yourself in a position where your man's got to hold you down like that. Because I don't care how much somebody love you, it becomes a burden. They're not going to tell you it does. Especially if they really don't have it like that. You know what I'm saying? These are the things I want you to think about before you commit the crimes that you commit. Because when you go in there, right, depending on your crime, you're looking at grown men that have been in there 10, 15 years already. Don't care about what society think of them. Don't care. You are a victim. You either prey or a predator. That's it. Even the cats that stay neutral had to fight to stay neutral. Had to go through some shit to say, I'm not down with none of that Muslim, blood, crip, that king, this, that. I'm trying to do my time. Get it. Even they get into something. And they nice. All nice motherfuckers know still the hierarchy, who run the jail, who to stay with, don't sit here. Yes. Yes. And if you young and you don't know, because a lot of young people think they're Wolverine. They think that they could take a hit, take a stab, this and that, and they're going to heal and everything. Sometimes them wounds you can't come back from. Them cuts on them faces and all that stuff, you can't come back from. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. So, once again, this is my letter to the youth. These are the changes I suggest you make. First of all, have respect for everyone. The young men out here don't respect nothing or nobody. And you older cats better learn that quick. What you did 20 years ago, you come home, these young cats don't respect none of that. These young cats don't respect the fact that they got all kind of cameras and all kind of stuff. They doing stuff in broad daylight. They doing stuff in broad daylight in front of cameras like they want to get caught. Straight like that. When I was coming up, I'm sure people, you heard this 100 times. There's code of ethics when it comes to fighting, shooting, robbing, stealing, whatever. If I got beef with you, I don't have beef with your sister and your moms and your little brother. You know what I'm saying? These youths nowadays don't care who's there when they let that thing go. Too many innocent kids and people that don't have nothing to do with what you're doing getting hit. Getting hit. In my day, you go after somebody and you pop somebody, you end up hitting somebody's moms or little brother like that. When you come back to the block or when you come back to whoever, that's your ass. You crazy? I'm just saying, this is my letter to the youth. Listen, if you can stop doing what you're doing, bro, stop. I know we all be in situations where we ain't got it like that. We ain't got the education. We ain't got the opportunities and stuff like that. I've been there. We all came up the same way. The same way. Right now, it's a privilege right now to don't have a record. Never have police contact. Male and female. That's $1 million right there, bro. I don't care if you don't got no sense of knowledge or no education. You don't have no felonies. You can make it, bro. There's jobs out here. Uber, Amazon, whatever. Construction. If you put your mind to it, you can rock out and do that before you get in trouble to go to jail. And then even more so, the desperation of when you come out of jail. It should change you. If you make it through jail, all praise. You get out, my man, put on a different hat. Put on a different hat. I've seen cats sit there in jail. Oh my God, please. If they just give me work release. Let me get work release. I swear, I rock it. I won't do this, blah, 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 blah. When I get out of here, blah, 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 blah. Young man, you seem like you learned your lesson. You got your head screwed on right, blah, blah, blah. Bam. They gave him work release. Walked him out the jail. Packed him up. This and that. Yo, Heyward, thank you, man. I swear, I got my daughter. Da, da, da. All that. All that. 3 months later, they walking right back in that jail. And I'm like, what happened? Yo, the PO was on some bullshit. Yo, it's my birthday. I had 1 beer. This, that. I smoked a little something, this, that. They gave me a piss test and they violated me. Your freedom is the most important thing. I know people be trying to equate jail to modern day slavery, but this is what I'm trying to say. If they tell you, if you want it, you thinking about your family while you locked up, you thinking about them not having protection, you can't do nothing for your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing for your moms and your family. It's a burden on them trying to take care of you while you're in there. And they give you work release. They give you an opportunity, a chance. Bro, you follow those guidelines because it's only, work release, you probably got a year, if that, 2 years, that you got to be at home at 7 or be at home at 9. You got to have gainful employment. The bigger picture is I'm free or I'm working to be free. When I came home on post-release supervision, I didn't care if I worked 2 McDonald's jobs in front of everybody on the block. My block could tell you, I had 30 jobs. Ambulance driver, construction, CDL. I knew I didn't want to go back. My curfew was 9 o'clock. I was in the house at 7 o'clock. The Knicks came on at 7:30 anyway, but I was in the house at 7 o'clock. And I didn't have a curfew until 9, but my PO knocked on that door at 7:30. Not that I probably couldn't get in trouble, but he came early. I never gave him an opportunity to find out what he would have did if I wasn't home at 7 or 8 o'clock. You know why? Because when I got up for work, I carried my ass home. When I knew I was going to be working late past my curfew, I called him. Like he told me, listen, I'm working, I'm over here on such street, blah, 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 this and that. A couple of times he came through. Guess what? When my mom said, I don't care what you do, bro. I'm not going back to jail. How about that? Like I said before in one of my other videos, my whole block know my whole story. I'm on the front page of the Daily News. I can't hide. Yeah, that's him. Ain't no hiding for me. Even to today, people whisper, yeah, that was my front page, Daily News, post, this and that. Sold drugs, records out, all that. Still, to this day. But I knew I had an uphill battle. And this is what y'all got to focus on. I want you to focus on that so you don't go to jail. But if you go to jail and you come home, I want you to focus on it's an uphill battle. I know that I got to fight. And I'm up for it. They give you parole or work release. Follow those guidelines, bro. And I'm going to say it, I really don't want to coach, but fuck your birthday, son. You do what you got to do. You can celebrate 100 birthdays down the road in better conditions. Your mindset got to be like, let me do what I got to do so I don't go back to jail. And even right now, as a youth, as corny as it may sound, let me do what I got to do so I don't go to jail, period. Because it's hard for y'all not to go to jail. Your mans in them, you may not be selling drugs, your mans in them are selling drugs. You may not doing the credit card scams, but your man is, but you rocking, you eating with them. They look at that too. You may not be doing the crime and everything, but guess what? Them Balenciagas you got came from your mans in them. Stop it. All I'm saying is, some people might say what I'm trying to say is corny. Change your mindset. Get your mind right. Don't go to jail in the first place. If you're going to jail, I don't know the setting. I don't know your nature, your crime. I really don't know. But when you go in there, I would try to stay neutral as hell. It's hard when you're a youth. Don't let nobody pressure you into doing a crime inside jail that's going to get you more time, because niggas is telling. People telling. I don't care what you say. And guess what? The person that orders you to go and do something to somebody ain't got bail money for you. They ain't got no lawyer money to help you fight the crime inside the jail that you just committed. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And when you get in there, it's hard choices that you're going to have to make. So I'm begging y'all, as corny as it may sound, as whack as it may sound, stop doing the things, stop acting on impulse. Because a lot of crimes, especially when it's murdering and shooting and all that sort of stuff, these dudes is busting these guns for nothing. In broad daylight. In broad daylight. You ain't even being smart about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, don't commit the crimes. Stop living that life. Whatever you got to do, as corny as you think it is. I respect the little kids at McDonald's. I had a McDonald's job starting out. I respect the people who are working summer youth or getting these jobs that people don't really say are high profile or good jobs or whatever case may be. Listen, do what you got to do to survive. One step at a time. Be patient. A lot of us ain't got no patience. You know what I'm saying? And when you come out and they give you the opportunity on work release or some kind of drug program, fight those demons. It's hard. Fight those demons and don't go back to prison. Don't do nothing foolish. Ump your birthday. It's just, listen, I hate to say it, some birthdays, yeah, you celebrate, yeah, this I made a milestone and whatever. But when you in certain situations, you on parole and you got to be in the house and you can't be drinking and smoking, and then you got an A-hole, P-hole, you can call him an A-hole, he doing his job. I'm going to drug test you. And they tell you, random drug, we're going to drug test you when you come in. You know you got to go every Wednesday. Some POs are cool, but you got to act like none of them are cool, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And before you get in here, you got to look at the dynamics of what you're going to do to your family if you got locked up, because it's all good because you're getting away and you're winning. that rainy day of when you're not winning, even if you got that lawyer money and that bail money, that's still the pressure of your life is in somebody else's hands trying to prove that you did something wrong and trying to put you away for a long time, to be in there with individuals that got life that don't care about what society think about what they be doing to you. And as a youth, you really think that it can't happen to you. It can happen. It happens to the most gangster of all gangsters, bro. So don't let these dudes come home and tell you these stories. Don't let them come home and tell you how they was doing this and doing that. Listen, a lot of them, everybody in there is just trying to survive. You understand what I'm saying? It's your boy, Big G, my letter to the youth. I hope y'all take in consideration what I'm saying. I'm looking to change somebody's life. Stop it. If you need me to come talk to any youth center, any school, or anything, I'm up for it. Come walk with your boy. Hit that like and subscribe button. Even if you don't, you're going to hear about me. You're going to see me because I'm not going to stop. Your boy, Big G. Walk with me.